Welcome to the Helping Hand Show. This edition, the motorcycle ride. Alex Hernandez was going through a bit of a midlife crisis when he walked into the motorcycle dealership. He saw all kinds of motorcycles. Then a friendly salesperson approached him, and after some questions and answers and conversation, they found Alex's perfect bike. When Alex rode that motorcycle home, his wife Maria was horrified, though. She screamed at him, "What did you do?" Her dad still rides a bike and has had a few very minor but still kind of frightening accidents. He's never been seriously hurt, but it always scares her to death when he has some little motorcycle mishap or when he falls off the bike. This is why she always stopped Alex from buying a motorcycle. Whenever he told her he wanted to ride, he wanted to buy a bike, she'd say, if you fall off your bike and hit the ground, that ground will always win. You can get seriously hurt, making us all very sad and upset. Well, Alex listened for years to his wife, and he never bought a motorcycle. Then it was his 40th birthday. He wanted to feel young again. He also knew that if he didn't live out his dream and buy a bike right now, that he might never do it. So, against his wife's wishes, Maria, he decided he was born to ride, and he purchased his motorcycle. And that's when life happened. It was on a drizzly Saturday morning when a car cut Alex off. The roadway was wet, and that devastating accident that Maria's father had avoided all those years riding his motorcycle, it happened to her husband, Alex. Maria's cell phone rang, and a police officer told her that Alex was in the hospital because of a motorcycle accident. Maria rushed to the hospital and was met by a doctor by the name of Samuel Ramos. And Dr. Samuel Ramos said to Maria Hernandez, Dr. Ramos, call for Dr. Ramos. Dr. Plunkett, Dr. Ramos, are you there?
Doctor, read all about it.
Well, at any rate, Dr. Ramos said that Maria's husband, Alex, was hurt in a motorcycle accident. His right leg was crushed under the bike, and, he sustained a lot of physical damage. And that they were now going to be getting him ready for surgery, and they would have to amputate, it looked like, his right leg just below his knee. Maria Hernandez was devastated.
Will he be all right? He's not going to die.
Dr. Ramos then said, I'll be honest with you. He's lost a large amount of blood. This is why we need to operate now and stop the bleeding. Besides, more minor cuts and bruises, everything else looks good for right now. So there was a team of other surgeons also looking at his leg, and they all agreed that this amputation was, medically necessary. They wished they could save the leg, but it just wasn't possible. So Maria was brought to her husband, Alex. He was on a gurney, unconscious. Several nurses, were prepping him for the surgery. One of the nurses moved aside to give Maria a little room. She kissed her husband's face and placed her hand on his chest. Her tears dropped on his face as she was telling him that she was there for him and that, of course, she loved him. She whispered to him that everything was going to be all right and to be strong. Now, Maria's father, Manny Lopez, he too arrived at the hospital. He rushed to his daughter, hugged her tightly, and then they both walked to the recovery room waiting area.
Ay, Maria, I cannot believe what has happened. But he is a strong man. He will be good. Juno Lou, my co-worker, lost his leg in Desert Storm in 1999, and you would never know it. He does everything. They have amazing artificial legs today. He will be all right. We are just lucky he is alive.
I know, Dad, but this is too much. My nightmare came true. I was always afraid this was going to happen to you. You have no idea what Mom and I went through every time you rode that motorcycle. Now our lives are going to be changed and be different. If only he listened to me. I begged him to stop riding and sell it. Why couldn't he listen? He's just like you. And now look what happened.
Dios mío, Maria, I never listened to your mother and you because you cannot live your life fearing what might happen. This was an accident. It could have been driving a car or walking. We are lucky he was wearing his helmet and leather jacket I got him. That helmet and jacket prevented other injuries. You know, the jacket is made from pure cowhide leather, which provides excellent protection against the road. It is padded with extra leather around the elbows, chest, and back. I am just so glad that I got it for him when he bought the bike.
Dad, I know you were proud of him for buying that bike and encouraged him. He wouldn't have bought that bike if you didn't ride your motorcycle. You know how I feel. You didn't listen to me, just like Alex. Now look what happened. You're to blame too.
It's true enough that the Hernandez family will be facing some difficult times ahead. Losing a leg enormously impacts a person's body, their emotions, and their way of life. The recovery period after a leg amputation can take quite a long time, and it does require hard work, both physically and emotionally and mentally too. Now, several weeks went by since Alex was discharged from the hospital. The operation did go well, and the knee is healing too. A prosthetic leg made of titanium is going to arrive in just a few weeks. Everybody is anxious to see how well Alex will adapt to using it. Hey, he just might get his life back. But Maria knows that Alex lost more than his leg in this accident. These two have been married for over 20 years. She sees through, I should say, the fake smiles and the fake laughter. He's just not completely the same guy. He's lost a bit of his manhood, his adulthood, and some joy of life in that accident. She's more than a little scared about this future and thinks he just may begin to give up on life as he knew it, I should say. She sees him standing around, starting to drink alcohol. Addiction runs in their family. So with all that in mind, she reaches out to her co-worker, Fatima Diaz.
Maria, how is Alex recovering? I hope he's doing well. Did he get the fruit basket we all sent him?
Fatima, yes, we got the fruit. And thank you, too, for all of you sending it. That was so thoughtful. But I have to ask you something. I don't know anyone else to ask, to talk to him. I feel you can understand what he's going through. Maybe you should tell him about your situation and share your feelings.
What do you mean? What feelings? What do you mean?
Fatima, I remember when you got the mastectomy. You had your breast removed because of cancer. Then you got those breast-shaped prosthetics. I remember how proud you were of them. We all chipped in and got you a new bra. We even got some from Victoria's Secret. We all laughed when you opened that gift box.
Yes, I remember. We all laughed, but that was years ago. What does my breast prosthesis have anything to do with anything?
Well, look how you turned out. You got your confidence back. You even found love and got married. You got your life back. You're a true inspiration for all of us. You're a survivor. Alex is getting physically healthier, but mentally he's defeated. He's not the same. I know it. He's giving up on life. If I don't help him now, well, alcoholism runs in his family. I feel that he might get some inner strength by you, talking to him and telling him that what you went through. You can show him how life goes on.
Maria, I will talk to him. Maybe this Saturday I can come over, but I can't promise you that it will change him. But at least he can hear my story.
Saturday rolled around and Fatima went to visit with Alex. Her plan was to tell him about her past health issues and how she confronted and continued her life afterwards in a very positive way. The thought being, this chat just may be very influential with his attitude going forward, about living and such.
Hi, Alex. It's me, Fatima. I'm Maria's coworker. We've been working together at the company for years now. That's how we became good work friends. Can I sit with you and tell you my story?
At that point, Alex Hernandez acknowledged that Maria was coming over.
Fatima, Marie told me you were coming over to talk to me. She didn't tell me why you were making this effort and to come here. You see, I lost my leg in a motorcycle accident, and she feels I have changed. Just look at me. I did change. I'm now a man with one leg. I'm now handicapped and dependent on everyone.
Yes, I can see you've changed physically, but I hope not mentally. Life is filled with changes. We all change.
What do you know about change? I was expecting you to walk in with one leg, like me. Why would Marie ask you to speak to me? You're beautiful. You're not handicapped like me.
Alex, you can't judge someone on how they look. You said I was beautiful. Thank you. There are many times I wish to hear that from someone. I felt so ugly for a long time. I may have looked pretty, but inside, I lived in a dark place. It took me some time to see the light and be happy with myself. I had breast cancer in both of my breasts. After my mastectomy, my life was devastated. My doctor said having a mastectomy was the best way to treat my cancer. So he removed both of my entire breasts through surgery, just like your leg. It was my only option for survival. And just like you, that got leg prosthetics, I have two permanent breast prosthetics. And they are artificial breasts and sit inside my bra to replace the natural breasts that were removed. You would never know it by looking at my chest, right? But I know it. And I live with that fact every day of my life. So you see, Alex, we are the same.
I'm sorry. I had no idea. I wish Marie would have told me. I guess we all have some type of health issues we have to deal with. I just have been drowning in my own sorrow. I don't want to be dependent on my wife and kids, and I'm sick of everyone feeling sorry for me. I can see how they look at me and then treat me. The only true nice thing someone said to me was by this little boy who asked me if I was a pirate. At least he was honest.
Alex, don't make your missing leg the captain of your life, okay? Be a pirate and captain of your new life. Sail your ship into a happy future. Love who you are now. You're still the same man. You know that?
Good words from Fatima as she continued talking with Alex, and it was very helpful. She caused him to believe in himself. Yeah, his outlook on life became brighter. There's an old saying that goes, once you fall off of a horse, you need to get up onto the horse and get right back on. Alex now believes this, and he feels it's a big part of his recovery. He actually wants to get back on a motorcycle. Yeah, when he bought that bike, he planned on riding it for the rest of his life. Alex even told everyone he was born to ride, but now he wrestles with the thought of putting his family through all of that worrying were he to begin riding again. What happened to him was his wife's nightmare. She told him so. A nightmare that, well, it came true. So he knew he had to talk to her about it, and that's exactly what he did.
Maria, I want to ride again. I need to ride again. I will not let this prosthetic leg keep me from living my life. Riding that motorcycle made me feel young again, and I enjoyed it, and I was happy.
Alex, I forbid it. I will not live my life constantly worrying about when the next time accident will happen. You're my husband and a father. We need you alive. We just can't go over. We just can't ever go through this again. Please be happy you are alive and enjoy your life. Is that too much for us to ask of you?
Well, needless to say, Alex was at a crossroads. He realized his wife's wishes were more important than his desire to ride a motorcycle again. And every day that passed, putting on that prosthetic leg reminded him to accept and be happy about being alive. Then Maria's father, Manny Lopez, well, he called Maria and wondered if they could talk.
Hello, Maria. You know how close Alex and I are. We talk every day. We go to the soccer games together and are the best of friends. I see him as a son. He is family, and I love him. But I know how you feel about motorcycles. You're just like your mother. I understand. But remember, when Alex served in the Marines, he protected America, our country. And do you remember how everyone was so scared whenever he got called back for active duty? But you, you stood by his side and helped him pack his bags. You kissed him goodbye and let him be a man. Well, now, Alex is traveling a road that we know nothing about. And he is coming through his darkness and surviving. He has a life now that will always be filled with physical and emotional challenges. So please, let him be a man again. Let him ride.
God, I get it and understand what you're saying. I know he could get hurt again from anything. Anyone could. You don't have to be riding a motorcycle to get hurt. I'm trying to protect him. But even if I let him ride again, we can't afford a motorcycle. Since his accident, we have less money coming in. We have enough to live, but we don't have any extra, especially not for the motorcycle. And he knows this.
Alex and Maria are truly a loving married couple. They both believe that family should always come first. Maria understood Alex's desire to ride a bike again, too, however. So she let him make the decision to buy a bike. But Alex knew his family needed more important things in life. So, like every family, the bills never stopped coming. The option that Alex took was not to buy the motorcycle. Soon after, Maria's father, Manny Lopez, stopped by with some exciting news.
Buenos tardes, Alejandro. I just bought a new pickup. My car was getting old and it had a lot of mechanical issues. So I got a new ride. I always wanted a truck, but I didn't realize how much bigger it was than my car. It is taking up all the space in my garage. Now, I don't even have enough room to put my bike in the garage. So, because of this, I am offering you my helping hand. Alejandro, if you want the motorcycle, it is yours. Please, talk it over with Maria. It is my gift to you. You were born to ride just like me, and that bike, it is a classic. It's the only way to fly. Pure old school with style. You know how much I love that bike. It has been with me for years. I know it will travel well with you. It's family.
The end. Helping Hand was conceived by Joel Emile, who also wrote this episode. Hi, I'm Joel Emile, and John D-Line was the narrator for the show. Samuel Ramos was played by John Plunkett. Marie Hernandez was played by Myra Bates. Manny Lopez played by Brian Evans. Fatima Diaz played by Shannon Lee Purcell. Alex Hernandez is played by me, Joel Emile, and Gino DiPiero was the show's recording engineer. Keep the faith and never give up. Your opportunity is closer than you think.